Okay, Ree. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, howdy do to y'all, if it ain't once again sketch time.
Oh, wait, you were just starting the sketch? Oh, in that case, I think I started the camera early.
What? So you mean the viewers heard the can that would do it literally before every single sketch?
Afraid so.
Damn, nice dash. And just like that, haul the emergence down the drain.
Come on, let's not pretend this series is any more serious than it is. I mean, meta jokes are regular here. Besides, we don't do that count-out for all sketches. Only those that are actually mostly scripted. Like this one.
How about we just stop beating this dead horse of constantly pointing it out and get on with the sketch? Twilight, you're up.
Huh? Oh yeah, right. Line?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is Friendship is Magic all over again. God, I am so over working with amateurs.
Well, pardon me, Rarity, but at the moment I get other things on my mind.
Like for example?
Like for example, that census I was planning to make a few sketches ago.
Oh yeah, right. Weird how it didn't get mentioned directly in the follow-up, but I guess RuPaul forgot about it for a time.
Or maybe he knew that such an action requires time and planned for it later.
Nah, my theory checks out more.
If you remember, I actually had 2 obligations that day. Next to the census, I also wanted to go inform Sugar and her son about Big Mac's passing. It wasn't that easy to find him, first of all. You could have mentioned that you moved back to Starlight's town after separating from him.
As if you know everything your brother's wife's up to.
Well, anyway, Sugar didn't even seem sad with the news, which can be taken however you will, but for me it foremost meant that I could wrap the thing up pretty quickly, which I appreciated. But the census on the other hoof, that has me quite worried.
Why, did it reveal more foes that were forgotten about by their parents for years?
No. Well, at least none of whom their parents neglected. It's complicated. Although somewhat fascinating, too. Did you girls know this Quill Pants guy? You know, the dude from the Daring Do episodes, Rainbow. He actually isn't together with Clear Sky.
Really? Well, I mean, it makes sense for our relationship lore, but it's also kind of bumming. I would have given him that. He was a nice guy. But in light of that census thing, everything seems to be fine then.
Not really. I overlooked this census myself, meaning I cast a spell that would make this census way easier for me. It created an invisible bond between all ponies who are related to each other that only I can see. And this revealed to me a strange problem.
Which is?
Well, there was a concerningly high number of young ponies who didn't have any connection to any pony else. Like, they didn't have any parents, all of them.
Oh, you mean they're orphans? No offense, Twilight, but there's nothing strange about orphans. I mean, Silver Spoon is also one.
No, that doesn't really describe it, because orphan would suggest that they lost their parents at some point, but it's more like they never even had parents.
What? How you mean that?
I don't understand it myself yet, but those fools simply had no relatives in all of Equestria. I've even gone and spoken to the fools in question, asked them what's up with them.
And what did they say?
They confirmed to me that they really don't have any parents, and never did.
What a bunch of bullshit. They gotta have come from somewhere.
That's what I said too, but they were adamant that they don't recall having any family whatsoever. Instead, they've just always existed. But the weirdest thing about that is yet to come. They also didn't have any names, none of them. I was wondering if maybe by connecting the names to other ponies I could find out what's going on, but they just told me they don't actually know their name. There's something creepy going on with those fools.
Why, going from what y'all saying, I can't really deny that. Maybe it's just an elaborate joke a bunch of kids drowned the pony. Say, how many fools we talking here? Like 7? A dozen?
More like over 100.
Jesus, really? That many?
I admit I lost track of the actual number at one point, but I think it's around the 180s.
And all those fools don't have any relatives? What is going on with that?
I think I might have an idea. You know, I've been having this weird itchy feeling in my stomach all sketch, like that thing with the fools somehow resonated with me. And now I think I got it. I think it's a meta leftover from Friendship is Magic.
Beg your pardon?
Well, don't you remember how our show often went all Star Wars when it came to fill in the scenes with background ponies? Many of them were also kids. I think those are these unnamed foals. Background ponies created by Hasbro just to be seen in the background. So logically, none of them have any character connections to others or even a name. They're background ponies.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. There, Miss Resolved, why?
I guess so, bud. I can't help but feeling I need to do something with that info. Oh, now I got it. I'd open a brand new orphanage right here in Ponyville.
An orphanage? But isn't there already one? The one where Silver Spoon lives.
Sure, but this one will be the official Princess Twilight Orphanage. And only the nameless fools are gonna be put in there. That way I'll have them all rounded up at the same place for starters.
And then, what? You're gonna use them for a legal experiment or what?
What figure you know? I mean, no pony would be missing those foals.
What? Oh, no, of course not. Who do you take me for, Rarity?
Excuse you, Twilight, what an outrageous claim. I would never do harm to a child in perfect condition. Why would I ruin a grade A product like that? That's just stupid.
Whatever. Anyway, that's my plan. And it's not only good for rounding up all those anomalies, I also get little PR boost while I'm at it. I mean, it's a common strategy for politicians as old as time itself to open up orphanages or something like that when their ratings aren't good to deter from that bad governing. Plus, it will also create some new workplaces, which in turn, again, will push up my approval among the commoners. It's win-win. At least for me. And I don't know if you've been keeping track of my approval rating, but ever since that dimensional collapse thing, it's been hitting rock bottom. I'm in desperate need of some good PR.
Hey, guys!
Oh, Starlight! You're back in Ponyville?
Yeah, since a couple of sketches, actually.
Oh yeah, right. You came just as I was leaving for the Crystal Empire. Hey, I don't know if you've been told or not, but me and my family sorta took your room in Twilight's castle while you were gone. You're not angry about that, are you?
Oh, not at all. Like none of your friends apparently informed you, I've decided to move in with Trixie since we're a real couple now.
Wow, really? That's wonderful. Congratulations. So, everything's magical in the land of Equestria.
No, everything is not magical in the land of Equestria. My castle is still struck with a pie infestation. I told you from the start as this wasn't gonna be a permanent situation. Because it's really starting to feel like it's becoming one.
Why didn't they move into Maud's place to begin with?
What was that? Say that again, Starlight.
I'm just saying, I thought Maud Pie owned a big cave or something just outside Ponyville where she resides.
Are you serious right now? I don't believe this.
Whoa, how the fuck did I get here? What's going on?
Hey, Maud, just a little question. Is it true that you own an entire cave where your family could have also moved in the entire time?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Not even trying to lie about it. Why didn't you say anything?
I didn't have time to clean up.
Oh my god, you fucking...
Besides, my work had me all taken up.
What work? I thought the rock farm was destroyed.
Not that work. My research. Don't you remember how I became a renowned rock scientist in Season 7?
You know what's funny now that I'm hearing that? Rock scientist, that's basically just a fucking geologist, isn't it?
Hey, watch it. Don't you remember the higher-ups don't want us to use the G word? I mean, if the viewers of Friendship is Magic were to find out that rock scientist is just a silly way to say geologist, then Mott's Tyler would have lost all the quirky artisan points. And no offense, sister, your show character didn't have anything much else to it.
None taken, Pinky. It's true.
Remind me again how this mall's any different from the show one?
Couldn't fucking tell you, honestly.
Anyway, I would ask you to invite your family to stay over at your place. Please, move out of my castle as soon as possible because my hospitality is at an end.
Sure, Twilight. I'll go get everything set.
Huh. That was actually pretty easy.
Do I have to move out too, Twilight?
Well, you...
No?
Fine, you can stay. I mean, unlike your freeloading sisters, you at least pay rent. And you contribute to the household.
Starlight, darling, what's wrong? You have an expression like you feel totally out of place. Everything fine?
Oh yeah, the whole Malpack thing was just a little, Hey, wait a minute, that wasn't even the reason I came here! Fuck you girls, seriously, now I totally lost my head start!
Head start? What are you talking about?
Oh no, what are you doing, Starlight? I thought you were going to find us a hiding place.
What, you mean she's still on your tail?
I tried losing her, it's impossible.
Hey guys! An explanation, maybe? Who are you running from?
Huh?
Dad, wait up! Hello?
For the last time, you lunatic, we aren't related. Starlight and I are not married, and we are not your parents.
But... yeah, you are. I mean, I'm your daughter.
Okay, what the fuck is going on here now? Who is that? I mean, she does kind of look familiar, like I should know who that is, but... I can't put my hoof on it.
That's Lester Dawn, from the series finale of Friendship is Magic.
Finale.
That pupil of yours? That you were talking to about your past adventures?
Adventures?
When you have that Celestia body.
Oh, that! Well, that explains why I don't know this pony. I wasn't even physically there in that episode anymore.
What?
Yeah, I mean, did you really think I'd morphed myself into some new body and then after the fact turn normal again? What am I, a changeling? You. Nah, that age Twilight was just an animatronic. I only needed to be there for some flashback recordings, but the rest I only spoke some lines in. So anyways, what's the situation here now?
Well, like you heard, Lester Dorn here believes that Sunburst and I are her parents. Which is totally ridiculous.
She's been after us all day, and she won't leave us alone.
Where did she even come from? I haven't seen her once since after the finale.
She broke out of Never Lose Hope Hospital's psych ward.
What now?
Yeah, she thinks that everything in Friendship is Magic was real. She doesn't understand it was just a TV show.
It can't have been a TV show. I mean, 5 of the main 6 are right here in front of me.
And she does recognize me as her teacher because...
Well, compared to the version of you she knows, you're too small and puny.
Puny?
Yeah, that animatronic was big, strong, and majestic. A real alicorn, you know.
Okay, at the hazard of suggesting the unconventional here, but did you ever try to just tell her that none of it was real?
Of course, but she just rationalized everything.
Maybe she'll take my advice. I'm her mentor after all. Hello, Lestodon.
Twilight's Paco? What happened to you? You're so puny.
I'm not... Seriously, I'm tall and loud of you. Never mind. All those memories that you were my student and stuff, that was just for a show, you see. Also, the fanfic theory with Starlight and Sunbuzz wasn't even canon, so that's definitely not true. I mean, look at the main 5. Why do you think they aren't as old as they were when you first met them? Those were costumes.
But Peaky still has a son, doesn't she?
Yeah, I'll admit the lore is kind of all over the place in that regard, but my point stands. Nothing of it was real. You were just imagining that, probably because you couldn't bear being only a footnote in the final episode of this decade-long series. You understand?
Yes. Yes, I understand now. I understand that you somehow made every pony forget about all the things that really happened. You did it because I was too good as your apprentice, didn't you? I was a thorn in your side, a future competitor you wanted to take out. Now I realize that you can't count on anyone. Especially princesses. Just you wait, I will see to it that my world becomes reality. Somehow it will make everything right again and take away your power, Princess Twilight. You were a princess long enough. It's time for the next generation to step in.
Oh, you really shouldn't have said that. Twilight takes such threats against her title very seriously.
Indeed. Just ask Sakura.
I'm not gonna let myself get intimidated by you, Twilight. I will be a better princess than you could ever hope to be.
No. No, you'll definitely not.
Wow, and she's gone. Where to?
Well, in hindsight, it might have been a little overkill, but I zapped her to the interdimensional prison. I'm sure Dementia will understand.
Will she? I got a feeling Demenzia's gonna be hella pissed when she finds out you've been abusing that power she gave you.
You mean if she finds out?
If it's good.
You know, it also is kind of a shame with Lester Dawn, isn't it?
Shame? Why would you say that?
Well, maybe I'm the only one who sees it that way, but this series could really use a new villain by now.
Really? She just had like 2 minutes of screen time in the original episode, and you want to make her a villain with that?
I mean, King Sombra also just had like 3 minutes, but he gave them his all.
Perhaps, but King Sombra's on another level than Lust at Dawn. She probably would have only been suitable for Saturday morning villain like Chrysalis.
Probably. So in that case, good riddance.
All right then. Thank you, Twilight.
Oh, big. But hey, wait a minute, you could have done the same thing all this time, too.
Well, technically yes, but other than you, I'm not completely without morals.
Huh, would you look at that? I guess you're not a Mary Sue after all.
What are you talking about?
Well, there's a weakness right there.
Shut up.